In the frenetic, neon-drenched multiplex of the internet, where every Twitch stream is a marquee glowing with promise, every clip a teaser trailer, and every viewer a ticket stub clutched in the chaos of the digital age.
Top of your head, why do you think Ninja dropped off massively? I'm vibing this because I just didn't follow him too closely, so it's just my vibe. I could be totally wrong, but I feel like Fortnite kind of fell off, or it seemed to, and then when he made that deal to go to Mixer, very few of the audience followed him there, and so that Mixer was kind of like his big cash out, like, this is what I built my career to, this is basically me selling my business to Google, I'm making a big cash out, and then I'm done with that. And then I think he still streams, but I think he just streams for fun. Fortnite viewers fell off, the game is still massive, okay. I don't know why people don't watch, why they don't watch it, but was the Mixer deal worth it? I thought it was an 8-figure deal, so probably. But he could have also just been like, maybe he was just like kind of like over streaming. He still does. This is good viewership. This is respectable for sure. Like, he can clearly survive off of his streaming revenue here without having to dip into savings or investments at all, so that's cool. Ninja streams so he can press the boogie button. It's forbidden to do it offline. Oh.
Tonight he's diving into a question that feels like a plot point from a rags to riches biopic. What happened to Ninja, the blue-haired titan who once ruled Fortnite's virtual battlegrounds like a neon god, only to slip from the spotlight as swiftly as a killstreak gone wrong? Destiny's tone is casual, almost speculative, like a friend riffing over beers about the guy who sold his startup and retired to a beach. He tosses out theories, Fortnite's fall, the Mixer deal, a cash-out mentality, then hedges, chuckles, and veers into tangents about viewership and the boogie button, as if Ninja's career were a puzzle he's content to poke at without solving. It's a moment that's both offhand and electric, a snapshot of streaming's transient empire, where legends are made and unmade in the blink of a trending hashtag. Let's rewind and set the scene. Ninja's rise was a cultural comet, a streak of blue across the gaming sky that lit up 2018 with the kind of fervor usually reserved for boy bands or superhero flicks. Fortnite, the battle royale juggernaut, was his canvas, and Ninja painted it with flair, pulling in millions of viewers who tuned in for his trick shots, his trash talk, and his uncanny ability to make 12-year-olds feel like they were hanging with the coolest kid in school. Destiny's reflections on Ninja's career aren't a forensic audit, they're a vibe, a gut-check analysis from someone who's seen enough streamers rise and fall to know the script. He speculates that Fortnite's cultural grip loosened, that Ninja's ill-fated jump to Mixer, a now-defunct streaming platform, left his audience stranded, and that the Mixer deal was less a career pivot and more a golden parachute, a cash-out moment for a star who'd already peaked. It's a narrative that feels like a Coen brothers caper, all ambition and miscalculation, with Ninja as the hapless hero who thought he could outrun the algorithm. The comedy of Destiny's musings lies in their looseness, the way he tosses out theories like a stand-up comic workshopping a bit, fully aware the punchline might not land. He's not claiming to have the receipts, he's just riffing, piecing together a story from fragments of industry gossip and his own instincts. Fortnite fell off, he guesses, though he's quick to admit he doesn't follow the game closely. The Mixer deal? Probably worth it, especially if it was the 8-figure windfall rumored in the chat. Ninja's current streams? Respectable, sustainable, the kind of viewership that keeps the lights on without dipping into the savings. Destiny's laughter punctuates these guesses, a sharp, infectious bark that says he's in on the joke. Nobody really knows what happened to Ninja, but we're all dying to speculate. It's a universal impulse, the kind that fuels Reddit threads and barstool debates, and Destiny's stream is the perfect stage. A digital diner where the coffee's strong and the stories are wild. But beneath the laughs, there's a deeper current, a reflection on the fragility of digital fame and the relentless churn of the streaming economy. Ninja's arc, as Destiny sees it, is a parable of relevance, a reminder that even the brightest stars can dim when the platform shifts or the audience moves on. Fortnite was a cultural monolith, but its grip on the zeitgeist wasn't eternal. Games fade, trends shift, and streamers who tie their brand to a single title risk fading with it. Destiny's theory about the Mixer deal, a cash-out moment akin to selling a startup to Google, has a kind of dark comedy, like a plot twist in a heist movie where the thief grabs the loot and bolts, only to find the world's moved on without him. Ninja's return to Twitch, with viewership that's solid but a shadow of his peak, feels like the epilogue, a quiet coda for a star who's traded glory for comfort. The narrative takes a reflective turn as Destiny contrasts his own career with Ninja's, a moment that feels like a montage in a sports flick, where the hero looks back on the choices that shaped his path. Politics, Destiny muses, is his cheat code, a niche that's always relevant, always sparking debate. Every election, every scandal, every viral clip is fresh fodder for his streams, a renewable resource that keeps him in the game without the constant reinvention that gaming streamers like Ninja face. It's a contrast that's both funny and poignant, a nod to the serendipity that's kept Destiny afloat in an industry where burnout and irrelevance are the twin specters haunting every channel. Ninja's tied to Fortnite's boom and bust cycle, while Destiny's hitched his wagon to the eternal churn of human conflict. A safer bet, but no less grueling. The comedy deepens as Destiny tosses in a throwaway line about Ninja streaming to press the boogie button. A reference to Fortnite's dance emotes that lands like a perfectly timed gag in a buddy comedy. It's absurd, it's delightful, and it's a reminder of how much of streaming's appeal lies in its ephemera. The silly moments, the in-jokes, the fleeting bursts of joy that keep viewers coming back. But there's a shadow beneath the joke, a question about what it means to keep streaming when the glory days are gone. Is Ninja still in it for the love of the game, or is he just punching the clock, pressing the boogie button because it's what the fans expect? Destiny's not sure, and his uncertainty is part of the charm, a nod to the mystery that surrounds every streamer's motivations in a world where passion and profit are impossible to untangle. The metaphor of the multiplex comes into sharp focus as Destiny's stream unfolds, each tangent a different screen in the internet's crowded theater. Ninja's career is the rise and fall biopic in Theater 1, all flash and heartbreak, while Destiny's reflections on Fortnite are the nostalgia-driven sequel in Theater 2, a love letter to a game that's lost its shine. His musings on Mixer are the cautionary tale in Theater 3, a dark comedy about ambition gone awry. And the broader narrative, the streaming economy, the chase for relevance, is the epic in Theater 4, a sprawling saga that's equal parts inspiring and unsettling. Destiny's stream is the projectionist, stitching these stories together, inviting us to laugh, to question, to marvel at the strange machinery of online fame. The narrative takes a speculative turn as Destiny circles back to Ninja's Mixer deal, a subplot that feels like a heist gone wrong, where the thief grabs the loot but loses the crew. He guesses it was worth it. 8 figures is nothing to sneeze at, but there's a wistfulness in his tone, a sense that Ninja paid a price beyond the dollars. Mixer was supposed to be a game changer, a rival to Twitch that could reshape the streaming landscape. Instead, it flopped like a studio's overhyped reboot, leaving Ninja to crawl back to Twitch with a fraction of his former audience. Destiny's reflection on this misstep is both funny and empathetic, a nod to the risks inherent in chasing the next big thing. It's a universal story, the kind that resonates with anyone who's ever bet on a dream and come up short, and Destiny's stream is the perfect stage for it, a digital confessional where the highs and lows of ambition are laid bare. The tragedy of this story, if you can call it that, isn't in Ninja's fade or Destiny's guesses, it's in the broader cultural fault lines they expose. Streaming is a gold rush, but it's also a mirror, reflecting a world obsessed with relevance, reinvention, and the next viral moment. Ninja's arc is a case study in that obsession, a reminder that even the biggest stars are one bad move, one fading trend, away from obscurity. Destiny's reflections don't dwell on this tragedy. They dance around it, poking at it with humor and curiosity, but it's there, woven into his banter, a nod to the hustle that defines the digital age. Ninja's still streaming, still pressing the boogie button, and that's a kind of victory, but it's a victory tempered by the knowledge that the spotlight rarely lingers. So here's to Destiny, the projectionist of Twitch's crowded multiplex, still spinning reels even as the audience demands more. Here's to Ninja, the blue-haired dreamer whose career is a testament to the highs and lows of digital fame. Here's to the streaming economy, a wild, unwieldy beast that's equal parts dream and nightmare. And here's to the hope, flickering in the dark, that in this chaotic theater of views and subs, there's still room for stories that endure, for voices that resonate, for a world where the credits roll long enough to name everyone who made it happen.